Hi, I'm Julian from Max Cheer, and today we're going to be working on front tumbling on a trampoline. The first thing we're going to start with is 1 minute of forward jumping. Last time we did a trampoline class, we did backwards jumping where our arms swung backwards. But today we are going forward, so we're going to swing forward. We're going to take this for a full minute. So the next thing we're going to be doing is a forward ball jump for 1 minute. This is just to kind of warm up our hips and get our body ready for these flips. Bringing those knees up to our chest, keeping those feet flexed, chest up, trying not to ball forward. Keep everything up. Alright, now we're going to be doing 10 courbets. Courbets are really, really important when we're talking front tumbling because it's what's going to give us that power through our shoulders. So we start on our feet, athletic kind of position, jump to our hands, snap up, and rebound. We're going to go for 10 of those. Boom. Squeeze those feet. Keep the arms behind the ears. Squeeze the feet. 2, good. That's 3. 4, squeeze your feet. 5. 6. 7. Good. 8. 9, 10. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is a minute of alternate lunge jumps. We're going to come down to our knee, we're going to jump to the next one. Okay, we're going to do that for a full minute. So the next thing we're going to be doing is a back to stomach to plank. It is to help us kind of get that rotation down while we're doing front tumbling. It's really important to understand that you're not going to be perfect at this and it takes a little bit of bravery. The things we're working on is making sure we get that rotation through and keeping our body lines tight. One thing I really want to make sure I'm focusing on is my arms. I jump to my back, I hold them tight. Boom. Okay, and then I hold a good push-up position. That tighter arms makes it a lot easier to do in that rotation through. Boom. My pinkies are forward in that so that I have a good straight line. That's going to keep my tendons tight and make sure I don't hurt my elbow. It's so important to try not to land in that push-up position first. You have to get to tummy. Good, squeeze those legs. 1. Keep those arms stiff, boom, boom. Don't go to that push-up position, it's too hard on your elbows. Hit the tummy first. Get a little more power. Good, squeeze the legs on that come through, but not bad. Is that 4? Nice, watch out for that push-up position, go tummy first. Nice, 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Good job. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is just getting a nice dive roll going. We're going to just do 10 of these really quick just to kind of get our bodies moving in that direction. Good. It's important to keep that body line long and taut, like straight lines. Once we hit the ground, we touch and we roll through. Touch, roll through. Okay, that's 2. I'm just going to run this for the full 10. 3. 4. 5. It's important to stand up tight. As we're getting better at this, we might want to start landing hands up. 6. Touch the ground, grab the leg, hands up. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is a knee up to handstand. We go knees, handstand, snap through. Okay. Knees, handstand, snap through. That's 2. I'm going to tuck my shirt in. Knees, handstand, snap through. Nice. It's 4. We really want to try to hold that handstand for a little bit of time. Don't force it down instantly. Point those toes, that's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Nice. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is something similar to that knee up to handstand. It's actually the exact same thing. We're just going to add a front roll to the back end now. Arms tight, handstand, front roll, stand. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Sorry, I got to tuck my shirt in. Boom, handstand, pointed toes. Good. Okay, that's 2. 3. It's important to grab the fronts of our shins on this one. 4. 5. After we start to get the hang of that, we can start landing hands up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be working on is a true front handspring, a 2-footed front handspring, otherwise known as a fly spring. It is a very unusual trick. We don't use them a lot in cheer, but if you know a lot of tumbling coaches, we're always chasing after front tumbling. Front tumbling is just kind of that new final frontier. It's the stuff that we want because it's new, it's interesting, it's different. With that front handspring, what we're going to do, arms behind the ears, shrug through the shoulders, point the toes, snap up. I'm not great at these, so kind of take that into account. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Kind of mastered that. The next thing we want to go for is learning how to add on some stuff to that. So we're going to go with that fly spring to toe touch. 1, 2, 3. That jump back that I just got there, that means I didn't land forward enough. That would have been dangerous to go into a front handspring, front tucker, or a front handspring, front handspring. 5. 6. Oh, that one was weak. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Also, that would have been a bad one. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is working on that kind of front flip shape. I find it easy on a tramp to start with peanut rolls. A peanut roll, you're going to jump, you're going to roll to your back, and up. Yep, it's got a little power on it. Okay, I don't like to land my front flips, my level 3 style front flips, the ones that have to stop, just still. I like to clap, elbows together. It tends to bring the knees to a nice bend position, so we're in a safety position. 2. I think it's something about the mechanics of your elbow bending makes your knee bend. It's something your mind just kind of mimics. 3. See, I'm rolling a little bit forward. That's ideal. In front tumbling, we want to keep our momentum going in the direction we're going. And that's hard to do with the level 3 style front flip. 4. Nice. 5. I loved that one, it felt great. Arms up. 7, right? 7.
Okay, that's 6.
All right, 6, cool. Boom. 7. Okay. 8. 9. 10. Awesome. So if punch fronts aren't your game, like if you're not quite ready for them, if you're just kind of starting out in level 1, 2, I don't recommend doing this. I say stick with the peanut roll for another set of 10. There's nothing wrong with that. But if punch fronts are your thing, let's get into it. There's two kinds of front flips in cheer, well, in all tumbling. There's punch fronts and there's Russian lifts, and I'm going to touch on both of those today. Punch fronts means you're punching your feet in front of you into a nice block angle, arms behind the ears, you're attacking that front flip from the up position. We're going to go up, we're going to grab over and clap, okay? I like my front tucks, my punch fronts, to grab over. That's 1. 2, yes. 3. Again, I'm landing in that clap position to kind of hold myself tight. I tore my ACL doing front layouts. I always tell people, if you're gonna learn a trick to completion, you wanna learn it from somebody that got hurt doing it. They've run that thing through over and over, trying to figure out how to make sure they don't get hurt. How many was that, Jack?
That was like 4.
Perfect, let's do 6 more. Boom. There's 5. 6. Other reason I like this clap is it's teaching us to start to land before the trick is over. That way when we want to go for step outs, we have the option. 7. 8. Be careful with these guys. If you don't feel comfortable, back off. It's okay. 8.
That was 9.
9? Great. Last one. Boom. 10. Awesome. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is kind of a hybrid between 2 skills. We're going to be using the arms of a Russian lift with a toe touch. I tend to think of my Russian lifts as a toe touch to toe touch connection. But for a lot of you that are unfamiliar with a Russian lift, it's just an alternative style of front flip. What it means is that your arms are going to throw from the down position instead of from the up position. It's going to cause a little bit different of a rotation. It's based more on a front aerial. It's kind of like a front aerial crush into a ball. But for me, it's more of just a toe touch to toe touch connection. So that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to step, swing, hit. Okay? We're going to do that for 1 minute. We're going to step, swing, hit. Okay? Jackson's going to show us that for 1 full minute. So swing and kind of bounce off that foot. Swing, bounce, yes. Swing, bounce, yes. Keep that chest up. Swing, bounce, good. 30 seconds, we're doing good. Swing, bounce, nice. Halfway there. Swing, bounce. We're doing this for a minute, but I think we're gonna leave the voice on just so you can understand what's going on. So it's more about, we're not going for speed here, we're just going to make sure we get this right. 10 more seconds, Jack. Nice. 1 more, you got this. Bam. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, this is my brother Jackson. He's been helping me out with all these, and I feel like I've never actually introduced him. He's never really done Russian lifts, have you? Okay, so this is kind of his first go at them, and they're not bad, so let's take a look at these. Good. I like his landing. I'd like to see it go to a clap or maybe even just a cone, but what I do like is that he's grabbing right around his booty. I don't like, will you grab over your front of your knees, Jackson? Just like right. See how that's really inconsistent? I don't like that with the Russian lift. It's just a little too unpredictable. I also just reach down and grab underneath your kneecaps right now. Try to walk around. I don't love that feeling as I'm coming out of a punch front step out. It's really uncomfortable. Grab underneath your knees like a back tuck, like a little bit lower. Yep. Still a little bit uncomfortable, right? But if we grab right at the booty, we can walk like a normal person. You can lift that chest up, you can walk. You're not really refined or confined to a space. So let's go ahead and do that with the Russian lift, Jack.
Oh, I did the wrong one.
That's okay. You can switch up the legs. You don't have to go off your non-dominant. I just find it to be a little bit more consistent with power. That was what I'd call a Russian punch. It's kind of a nasty hybrid. We don't necessarily want that. We always want to throw that front flip, the Russian lifts, from the down position. Let's do one more, Jack. Throw from the down. Yes, buddy, get it. Okay, so I call this next thing a Thor. I like it to call it that. It's a lunge. I'm gonna be honest, it's just a lunge. But I like to call it a Thor because it reminds me of Thor from the Avengers, like that big landing like that. We're not gonna land with that fist down, we're gonna land with that fist up. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do a peanut roll to Thor. You want your dominant or your power tumbling leg, your front leg, in front when you land, and your back one to be on the ground. So we're just gonna peanut roll to Thor. Peanut roll to Thor. Okay? We're gonna do that 10 times. Well, I just almost did a punch front. Peanut roll to Thor. I'm pulling those arms up behind my ears and I'm pushing that feet out. I want to feel that back knee than my front leg. Good, and I want to stretch out that lunge. I want to push that back leg back while driving that front leg, my hips. Is that 3, Jack? All right. 4. So see how I landed front leg first? That's not ideal. That's dangerous when we're coming out of a punch front step out. 5. And this is why drills before skills are so important. Front tumbling is the poster child for, if you didn't drill it, you're gonna get killed by it. 6. I'm gonna turn around just so you can see that from the back side. 7. It's important to keep those hips straight. I usually pick a central thing to focus on so that I know that I'm landing straight. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Great. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is a peanut roll to that Thor position, or that lunge to knee, to handstand. So, peanut roll to handstand. To snap up, okay? We're going to do 10 of those. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's switch directions. 6. That one was terrible. 7. 8. 9. 10. Awesome. Okay, so this will be the last peanut roll thing we do. We're gonna do a peanut roll to a full step in. I like the term step in. It means step into my trick, not like kick out. Step out seems so dangerous because we're landing so heavily on that back leg. So we're gonna do 10 peanut rolls to lunge handstands. And we snap up. There's 1. 2. If your tramp isn't big enough to support this, don't do it. That's okay. Just kind of be done with this. Skip this little part. 3. Good. 4. Good. Switch directions. 6. 7. Remember to land back foot first. 8. 9. Last one, here we go. 10. Okay, so the next things we're going to be doing is similar to what we just did, but we're going to be doing them from the actual flips. So you can either use a Russian or a punch front. I'm going to demo both. We're going to do these in sets of 5. If you feel like you need to take it up to 10, please take it up to 10. We're just going to do this for time's sake. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is a Russian lift to a plank. I'm going to step to my bad foot, swing through, pull behind, land, fall forward into a plank position. If you don't have the room for the tramp, that's okay. Just kind of figure out what you can and can't do. This might be where you have to leave us because from here on out, we're going to be doing positions like that. Okay, this is the punch front to plank. Good. As we get used to that, we don't want to stop so much. We want to roll straight into that. So we go up, throw behind, go straight in. See how I'm very heavy on my hands. I want to move that weight forward. That's 3, 4, and this will be the last one. 5. Great. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is that Russian or punch front to a runner's lunge. A runner's lunge, you drop that front foot forward, you're going to push it out, make that a really nice deep lunge, hands on both sides. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit, boom, into that runner's lunge. Okay? We're learning to push that weight forward. There's one. You can go Russian, you can go punch, I can do both. I like to mix it up, but you want to stick to one or the other probably. Good. For me, the punch front's working better right now, so I'm going to stick with that just for demonstration purposes. Boom. Nice. See how I fell to the side a little bit. I like to train all my front tumbling to a forward handstand position, maybe a walkover, maybe a front handspring. I don't like to train it to a round off. I don't want to turn. I think that's one of the big reasons people get hurt doing these. They land slightly sideways, there goes the knees. Was that 3, Jack? All right, I'm going back to the Russian. Let's try it again. Good. 4. Finish off strong. 5. And again, if you want to take this up to 10, please do. I just am only going to do 5 for time reasons. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is those Russians or punch fronts into a Thor position. So again, for me, that's just that one leg down, hands here. I really want to feel that pushing through the hips, so I want to get that kind of some distance there. Okay? We're going to go ahead and do 5 of these. 1. 2. 3. Great. These are going awesome. I tried these earlier today. I tried to jump past some of these drills. It didn't work. You have to hit these drills to get the skills. 4. Last one. Oh, there we go. That was a bad one. That might happen, guys. Be careful out there. 5. And always finish off strong. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna be doing is that similar drill, but we're just gonna take it to a handstand after that knee down. So that Thor. So we can do that off a punch or a Russian lift. So we go up, through the knee, up to the handstand. Okay? It's all about learning how to over rotate these. So that was the punch. We're gonna say it from the Russian now. Okay? Really focus on getting that full handstand up. You might be getting a little tired at this point. Maybe you want to take a break, grab some water. 3. That one was awesome. 4. Good, I fell a little bit sideways on that one. 5. Good. Okay, so the last thing we're going to be doing is a punch front to step in handstand. This is kind of that final piece. Again, if you don't have the tramp size, don't do it. Don't be silly, don't get hurt. But if you do, this is a great way to pick this skill up and get it right. This is that fine details that we don't really have time to work in a gym, but at home we can start playing with these drills and building up the skills. So we can go from the Russian or the punch front. Good. And you might over rotate a little bit, stay safe, stay in control. But yeah, that's what we kind of are looking for. Nice. It's hard to get those hand positions right on a trampoline. It's got a lot of give. Three. Key is to, I always think of it as a punch front, then step out. Make sure you get all the way through that flip, then step out. Don't try to step out too early. 2 more. Good. Okay. We got 1 more. Let's finish strong. Oh, I'm getting tired, you guys. Nice. That brings us to the end. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been a really fun video. It's a hard one. Thank you so much.